Welcome to Monstieur, a show where we discuss and redesign the most horrific icons in entertainment. This episode features Krampus. Happy holidays, bitch.
All right. What's up, guys?
Yo.
All right. All right. Hello, everyone. Artists, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Amir Alam, based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm a concept artist and illustrator.
Come on, guys. You do it.
You do next.
All right, Luke. He's shy.
I'm sure.
Hi, I'm Luke Schroeder. I'm a tattoo artist and other bullshit sculptor and stuff from Iowa. Thanks for having me.
Why is this so hard? Introduce yourself, Ivan.
I will be illustrator.
I'm very proud of you. Thank you. All
Cool.
right, and also we're waiting on David Pursley. He's going to be here very shortly. He's having some technical issues. So today we are discussing, as the intro said, we're discussing Krampus. All right. First off, what does Krampus mean to you guys? What does the character Krampus mean to you?
Go ahead, Amir.
Okay, well, to me, he's the anti-Santa. So he's the spirit of punishing you when you're bad.
Hold on, guys. Wait, they can't hear,
Oh.
right? Okay, no, we're good. I'm sorry. I thought we were having sound issues. All right, go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's anti-Santa. So he punishes you when you're bad. And I think that's as far as that goes. He's that I'm gonna let that bad man take you to the bad boy room, like to scare kids into being good, you know, except Christmas themed. So that's kind of what he means to me.
Yeah. I guess to me, he is, like a companion to St. Nicholas. He's not like an adversary to me. I think he's got a job to do, like the Grim Reaper, Maybe he enjoys it, but I kind of figure it's just his job, and he's a cool figure. He's always portrayed pretty cool and pretty heavy metal, which is also a big plus for me. I love that.
Damn it, Luke! Why are you sharing your shit? All right, cool.
I'm just doodling.
Oh, okay.
This isn't it, dude.
That's not it. Okay, fuck yeah. Do the thing then. You can share that then. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah. We'll get a
I'm
little.
talking and drawing.
This is a live time lapse, guys. Live time lapse.
So yeah, why not? So the guy is pretty beastly. He's I always look at him and think he's probably kind of reluctant about that job of his, but that's just me. I think it's cool. Punishing children, threatening children with punishment. Oh, it's just great.
No, everybody likes punishing children. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing like hearing a child cry.
Exactly.
That's right. It's like coffee in the morning. You have your coffee and then you make a child cry.
Punch a child in the mouth.
How many I got today?
That was my dad's morning routine too. Crazy. No, shout outs. I love you, Dad.
That's a bit revealing.
These are all false teeth. All false teeth.
Say it with pride. That's character.
Ivan, you can't
need
sneak
help.
away, brother.
Yes.
What does Krampus mean to you?
Oh, it's about good times.
Good times? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one, dude.
When you're it's about when you're like allowed to punish anybody you want.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
In the world.
That is a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's
d- does Krampus does his main his main MO is to take bad children, right? Does he do anything to adults, or he's just like, all right, guys, I'm here for the kids.
yeah. He can whatever in his way he can,
He never gets me. I always give him schnapps.
I think he never gives a chance to anybody who's in a way sort of.
Hmm. That's actually a good question. They have a festival in Germany about Krampus, and I think it's centered around being, threatening towards the children, but I'm not exactly sure. If we had a German guy in here, he might be able to enlighten us a little bit
Is
more.
is Krampus a thing in Russia? Ivan?
Nah,
Nah, nobody gives a shit.
Over
everybody gets a present.
Okay.
Czechoslovakia, they do.
Everybody gets a bottle of everything.
Yeah.
And I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
All right. Well, those of you that saw the movie, which is some of us, I think we're supposed to all watch it, but that doesn't always happen. What um like what do you remember about the movie? Like, did you enjoy the movie? Was it like? And I'm talking about the for those of you that for those of you that are watching, I'm talking about the 2015 Krampus, like it's like I don't know, horror mixed with a little bit of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Ivan, what'd you think of the movie?
I liked it. I like the special effects, especially. They were more practical. Uh,
Hmm.
I like I like. I knew there was like been like plenty of tries for the story because I saw like a few movies about bad Santas actually,
Hmm.
but this is the one that I like that stands out because it's very good like quality in terms of production mainly. But
Well, what was there anything that like you didn't like about the movie, or
e-
was it pretty good altogether?
well, they could use some good acting because there's some imbalance between characters. Like there's some that doing their part very well, and the others are like just there for the you know filler.
Yeah,
What's the word?
yeah. No, I
Oh,
agree. Like the mom's acting was like phenomenal. Like she could have been in any
Yeah,
movie and just been great. Whereas like and the kids
Hmm.
too, they were also good, which is kind of a rare thing. And then but
Hmm.
yeah. I really hated them, like the bad kids, like the
oh,
ones
the
the
boy
fat
ones, the boy girl ones.
the fat brothers, and then
Yeah.
like how many four kids they have. That family had four kids,
it's
Hmm.
too many.
Hmm.
Too many kids.
and the one was retarded or something. I don't know.
Oof.
No, I don't think
Hey, he just had a messed up upper lip, okay? That's all.
Well, they are bad kids, so I can call them whatever they deserve. You know?
All right, Krampus.
Yeah.
yeah, the dad's acting bugged me through the whole thing. Like I appreciated
Mm.
the fact that like I mean his kids have been taken and he's all I don't know, I just keep looking for him like he doesn't seem frantic enough. Like your child is like literally like missing and he's just, he doesn't he's not wearing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that actor, he's generally known for being kind of blasé, like
Is
he's
he?
kind of apathetic. Yeah,
What's his name, do you know?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Ka-
Krampus.
Kanji in the chat says
Then I think the movie is kind of like a black comedy. I think
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's some of that in there
in
for
the
sure.
in the and the actors are like comedy actors. I think I
Yeah.
think I've seen them.
Mhm. Yeah, Adam Scott.
Adam Scott,
Yeah.
yeah.
did
Yeah.
that.
Bad
That's
actor.
what I told you. He's cool.
Yeah,
Um,
you said that. Yeah, I'm glad you gave props to the mom because Toni Collette is like, in my opinion, she's a great actor. I liked her in Unbelievable. She's like a hard cop. She was cool.
oh, she's fantastic. She played a hard cop too, and which is a very contrasty to what she played in Krampus. So that's cool.
Yeah, it was interesting to see her like vulnerable. It was cool.
Yeah, she wore it, dude. She did really well.
Mhm.
I also liked like the noises they had, like how Krampus sounded. Oh man, that was so rad, dude. Like I
Mm.
Yeah.
really like his face he didn't even have animations on his face. Like they didn't tune up
That's
the
because of the he had
practical
a
effects.
mask on. It's a mask.
Yeah, no, I know, but
If you
sometimes
see,
they tune up practical effects sometimes, like they'll make
Hmm.
the mouth like they had his tongue come out, that was a, so
Man, I'm so jealous. I only watched like the first 30 minutes because my stream was choppy, and you guys make this movie sound so sick. And the first 30 minutes were amazing. Like, I'm so glad you paid attention to the awesome sound design because that's something that I paid attention to in the exposition as well. Like, you'd have like good comedic timing on glass breaking off screen whenever they get into fights or drop something. It's
yeah,
just like stuff.
yeah, I actually I didn't I'm not keen on that kind of stuff. I know I wasn't aware that you kept kept steady with like sound design like that. That's cool, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you guys are cool.
Yeah, you're.
I'm the coolest. You guys
you
The only
actually,
only thing that would make it cooler is a gold chain and a cigar in your mouth. I would say.
I wish I had another dollar for my black and mild,
hey
or else
guys,
I would.
Yes, Ivan.
do you actually notice that the stitches on his face, like it's parts of his face on the, it's like there's something underneath uh, the face. It's like not like what it seems. It's like some kind of demon. That's what's I noticed about design because it's like looked like a mask.
I was hoping so. I didn't really notice that because I in particular do not like that design of Krampus in that movie. I think he looks hokey and stupid and probably something a retired professional wrestler came up with.
Oh.
I was hoping like does he get revealed later on to not be anything close to a Santa coat wearing hunchback? I mean, I couldn't make it through that movie because I have taste.
So okay, that's what you didn't want
That
to
was
see.
tired. I was
That's what you didn't want to see. But what did you want to see?
tired. Like there's so many good artistic representations of Krampus out there that I'm sure like all of us, we don't want to bite off somebody's thing, but God, just look at what Gerald Brom did with Krampus. It's amazing. If I would have seen that guy, even in a more urban, you know, redux on it, would be awesome. Uh, Goat guy, enough of this parallel. If he's parallel to Saint Nick, then make him a paradox of it.
A skinny, good-looking man.
Yeah. Not jolly.
Uh,
That's cool. But yeah, with nice abs and that deep V. I think that would have been. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would have been looking for in particular, but
But
he's
there's
like a
got
cool
there's something
metal
that you
lord,
wanted.
deep.
Go on. Sorry, I stepped on you.
I
Sorry.
guess not entirely cartoonish, demonic kind of thing. I don't know what I'd be looking for, but I think he could be a much more insidious character than what was given to me there. Having said that, I did not make it through the whole movie. I ended up falling asleep, and I tried it again, and I was just bored out of my mind.
Well, if you think the character design's so bad, why don't you redesign Krampus? Oh wait.
You know what, dude? You're
that's good one.
yeah. I I had a hard time with it too because I couldn't really come up with what other kooky
I
way.
guess they had to stay within the budget. That's the problem,
Oh,
probably.
well, way to bring it down to reality. Yeah.
Well,
And a tangible practical effect.
I don't know. I don't know if they were hurting for budget. They had like all A-list actors and crazy cool effects, amazing sound design.
Yeah.
I'd go as far as to say this was a like AAA movie or whatever. I don't know. What was the budget? Let's see.
let's find out.
Crap.
$10 billion.
$1
10.
million.
10,
Yeah.
10 bill.
Let's see. $15 million.
It's a hell of a budget.
It was only
Is it a lot?
It was only 15 million. That's
Mhm.
very small. That's an extremely
That's-
small budget. That's like an indie movie almost.
Well, it's kind of is.
Is it?
Half.
I thought the production value was pretty good for that movie. Even though like some of the acting was shit, but like again mentioning the sound and like Luke hated Krampus's design, but I like the slack jawed, like weird, like like lazy mouth, like
Are we talking about the uncle?
no,
Jeez.
no, that guy was a little grating. They're like, hey, you seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Well, like the uncle that shows up that like is dumping his sewer into
We
the.
gotta have one of those.
You're that guy, okay? Just be that guy. We want you to- And he's like, yeah, I could do that, but like change him a little bit, like make him a little bit more macho. All right, good. All right,
Hmm.
got it. I'm in. but yeah, I don't know. I kind of went off on a tangent there.
As usual.
Oh yeah, sorry. Slack. You like the slack jawed Santa look for Krampus?
I did. I liked the or it was just the sound that was selling it, like his constant growl, like.
I liked his big mouth.
I like this big mouth. It was pretty. So I don't know what happened to David Pursley, but he might be back, might not. He sent me his thing, so we'll show. I guess we'll show that later or something.
That's
like
all
that.
we need.
Oh, I hope we have him talk about it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say about my painting.
Adrian Blom in the chat, he says any indie movie is 5 million. I guess 5 million early. I did not know that.
Hold it.
But 15 million is still so small for like a something that's in the theaters. You don't see that too often, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like compared to Disney movie budgets and stuff, right?
Oh well, Disney's
Yeah.
always over
We're
the
gonna do
top.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Disney's Krampus.
Disney, yeah.
That's the one I did. Sorry.
Disney's Krampus. Oh no.
Well, they have outlets for that. They could chase. I don't know. Is there a Krampus in Marvel? There's got to be a Krampus
Yeah,
in
right.
Marvel. Something.
There's a Wendigo and there's a. I don't know.
Krampus
It
was
could happen.
Krampus was also in a Ghostbusters cartoon. That's what Adrian.
Oh,
Blum said.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's a thing. All
I
right.
think.
Oh, I want to find a picture of that.
Well, we have David, are you back? All right. Use a black screen for now.
Oh wow. There's Krampus in a Ghostbusters comic as well. That's so cool.
All right. Share it.
Do you guys want to see the redesign?
Of course we do.
All right, check this out.
And this is the Ghostbusters one.
Mm-hmm. I sent it in Jitsi.
No. Share it on your screen.
On my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Bet. Yeah, they got a cool.
Just
You're
Krampus redesign, Ghostbusters the
It's-
comic.
It's just evil Santa Claus.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty dope. And then we got
Like
Ash, but anyway.
Yeah, that's
badass.
not that's just Santa Claus, like with a cooler hat.
That's
All right, here's Krampus. Look at him.
look. There's
Oh, there he
Krampus
is.
on
So
there.
he's hiding a little bit. All right.
He's he's shy. Don't worry about it.
So is it okay to come out right now?
I just want to torture them.
He's his goon, and I like that.
Oh, I see it. It's on the right. It's just because the composition is all fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey, you leave this guy alone. You did a good job.
It's a bit driving. I don't like.
Oh, feel you.
David, can you hear us?
Yeah, I like.
I see you moved. See you jiggling a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, and we have light. Light's good. Let there be light.
Now you can see my pretty face.
I
What
can
up, gangsters?
I can see it. Well, enough Krampus talk. Let's expose ourselves to the camera. Luke,
All right.
Luke, you want to go?
I'm not a gangster.
Is your Krampus all handled
Yeah,
and ready?
sure.
Or do you want to wait?
No, I'll go. You know how we like to do that.
Mhm.
All right, so this one I've been doodling on here. It's not the fucking thing.
That's pretty fast, though. Man.
It looks good, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig it.
All right, I'm going to show you a little time lapse. I started this on an iPad Pro while I was at work in between things and stuff. So let's go for it. Yeah. We only get so far with this thing. Is it working? Okay.
It's working, yeah.
So,
That's
So
so
just-
metal.
I like to go kind of metal, sort of like maybe actually representing from some kind of other more elegant mythology and build him up in that fashion. I'm not, reinventing him too much like I always do. And actually, this sketch doesn't have any of my smart ass notes on the side, like complimenting myself on such great design.
Yeah.
So we got that far, and then I brought it into the old Photoshop and finished him out a bit. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I worked on this up until showtime, so I'd like to render it out a little further, and I would like to say that I will, but I will not.
Yeah, I like the bell strapped to the chest, and always the naked baby being flung in an arm is a nice touch.
Can you imagine what that kid had to do? He's bad. He's a bad kid.
That is a bad baby. Probably not eating and crying all night. Take that shit away.
Stupid child.
Wanting and wanting and wanting.
So what's he holding? Like
That's his staff of twigs. Watch out. He'll beat you with it.
Mm. Yeah.
But you'll know he's coming because of all those cool bells.
Mhm.
And then he's got a sack of little children's. And I figured like he's kind of a cool Yule spirit, so he would just kind of come out of the ground in an icy fashion. Doesn't matter where. For example, he's out in the desert. Look at this. Look at this desert shit back here. That's it.
Cool.
It very contrasting.
He's cold up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't give a
That's
fuck. He's
how
always
I
cold.
roll. Pretty extreme. And that kid is cold too. Look how cold he is. He just took that kid out of the river.
It's a dead baby.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean-
he got punished.
I don't even think he's flailing. He's just frozen, and he uses that baby to scratch his back and stuff. That's what's
Yeah, I can imagine like wherever there's bad, like really bad kids, just a snowstorm would blow in no matter where, and then he'd come out of the snow.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that is a cool idea.
I was trying not. was trying not to make just like a like a battle Santa or a demon Santa, but I fucking totally ended up with one. But
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't even want a beard or like really too hairy, but it started to take shape like that, and I liked it.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, he's
so
a battle.
Is that a bag of babies?
Yeah, it's a bunch of kid parts in there.
Parts.
kid,
Oh no.
It's classic key parts.
Parts.
just a
Yeah, he
bag,
doesn't half-ass his punishment.
just a bag of baby dicks.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
And purple.
Just a whole bag
that
of
was
it.
James Coffin. James Coffin, Monstieur
I,
at
I
something
didn't
or other.
I didn't say that shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
so can you talk about like some of the design choices, Luke? Like what made you decide to do like 4 arms, for instance?
uh, I really just it was kind of an afterthought. I wanted this pose. He's holding his sticks like an idiot, and his bag. I wanted some helpers, and instead of drawing like minions like there are in the movie, you give him a couple more arms.
That's
And
cool.
then I totally had an idea on this other sketch I am totally lying about having. It's just not on this computer, but I had kids up in this on this rack of horns. I was always trying to go away from the goat design and more of a like twisted reindeer kind of design. So that's why his horns are a little different like that.
No, I dig
And
it, man.
there was kids presented on those in various ways, and I just I just couldn't like a design. I kept trying to do you know don't nobody forget Luke Schroeder's the Metal Master, and I wanted like all kinds of black leather and
All you
heavy
need to
metal
do
shit.
is a dead baby.
That's cool.
I like the idea of um like if he was just like more huge and he had like just kids like kind of impaled on his horns. Like that's a sweet idea.
Yeah,
That's pretty metal, dude. so,
like
so
he's bigger. I did that with the scale of the kid. Like it does look like just a newborn baby or something, but it's not. He's just small. He's a big boy.
Yes. Sweet little baby.
Oh.
He's scary.
Oh,
Scary.
cool. Ice blue eyes. That's dope.
so Luke, what's your favorite part about the design?
uh, I like I like what I did with the horns. They're kind of a cool, kind of weird amorphous horn kind of thing. Uh, and I don't care about too much holiday jolliness, but I had fun doing the jingle balls on them. I think that was kind of a cool touch. My brother suggested that I do that when I was talking to him about it. He said, "Throw some fucking jingle bells on him." I said, "All right." We had a long discussion about it.
Yeah, I'd say they're a nice touch for sure. Now, what is your
Yeah.
least favorite part about the design?
The cop out below the waist. I drew it from the bottom up too, which is funny. I mean, some of my sketch, like in my head, it went from the bottom up to the head. I didn't want legs, but I feel like it's a cop out to have this icy robe kind of thing. But I like it in the end.
Looks cool. I kind of also imagine him with like rune symbols carved into his skin, kind of like Pan from Pan's Labyrinth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like that kind of look. I guess I'm really I'm into the Wayne Barlow style a lot lately when I paint and do
Mm,
stuff, and so it does kind of have this kind of feel for me. It's like just a representation of a character from not hell, but Yuletide legend.
that's cool. Yeah,
The
he
icing
does.
is
He
super
does
natural.
look legendary.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I like a kind of thing like that. And there it is, folks.
Nice.
Here, you want to zoom out a little bit so we get one last shot. Uh, yeah, man.
Oh.
Nice work, dude. Yeah, I like the bells. The horns are cool. We got What are you doing? Oh, okay, got it.
Aww.
Aw,
A little bit of lag there.
yeah, that's all right.
Much appreciation, Monstieur.
All right,
Nice.
all right.
To my face.
Woo! Showman.
Sexual.
Ivan, speaking of sexual,
You are
No,
next.
would you like to
no, no, no,
would you like to
no.
Pre-stream jokes.
would you like to expose yourself for the camera and everybody that's watching?
Ah,
The hundreds of people
oh,
that are watching.
you mean the fucking disaster painting I did?
What?
Show me this fucking disaster. We're ready.
Yeah, sure, fine. Yeah,
I got to see it for one.
Man, you stole the show last time. You can't be bad. And you did that.
no.
That's that last one in what? What was it? 12 hours? Wasn't
2 years.
2 years?
2 years I spent on this painting, and I still haven't paid my rent.
What? It's a disaster. That looks awesome.
Yeah, man, that's cool,
Fine,
dude.
I guess.
He's
Yeah.
good. All right, so tell
I
us.
scratched my armpit on camera, man.
So talk about your design. Tell us about your design, man.
Well, I had a basic idea. Imagine if Santa Claus got sick and he didn't visit a doctor, and he had a tumor that grew bigger each year, and eventually it turned into this thing, and the Santa is just here hanging, trying to get away.
Cool.
It's pretty basic, but I couldn't
I
think
love
of anything else.
No, that's
Yeah.
awesome. It's like The Thing
Yeah.
design meets like Tim Burton. It's really good, man. The ideas are there.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I like the angle.
I love the scale of things and the little spirit ghoul kids in the bag.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they kind of like rotting there.
Yeah.
But still alive, you know.
Now this is the one I want to see in Ghostbusters.
Mm,
It's kind of reminds me of Ghostbusters actually now.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Kind of it has its like vibe of Ghostbusters.
hmm
I like
Yeah, the
the
slime.
that slimy snot under Santa's hand. Oh,
And
it's
there's
great.
like a portal behind his back.
Yeah,
Like the
it's like
fire.
a big
What is the
fire.
child in the foreground?
What's that, David?
What?
Like, what is the child in the foreground doing? Is she getting sucked in, or
No, he tries to reach out for a present.
okay.
That's
It's not very visible because it should be like red or something, but it's green. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe if it was like a box type present, like stereotypical.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was one of the heads in the bag or something.
Mhm.
Take that, you little bitch.
Yeah,
Malenka Suchka.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's kind of sounds wrong.
Sorry, my accent ain't great.
No, I'm not that in the context
Oh.
in general.
So,
I love
Hey.
it. That's a cool monster.
yeah, the comp is cool too, dude. Like how you have it set up. It looks like everything's in like a vortex, not just like what's behind him. So like the movement of the piece, the kid actually does look like to me as well, like he's getting sucked into the bag, which is kind of a cool feature, I would say. Like not that he's just excited for a toy.
Getting sucked in.
He's like demon Santa Claus. Can I have a toy? Like I yeah, I don't know if that's the situation that I see, but yeah, for sure. So what, Ivan? What's your favorite part about your
Yes,
piece?
I like.
There's a lot of good action.
I don't know. I guess that's a hard question, man, because I'm kind of fine the way it turned out, but there's like plenty of things that can go wrong, and it did.
So
I guess the favorite part is the this thing this kind of expression.
That's good.
Uh,
the expression on the claws.
yeah, kind of. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't. No, I don't know. I don't.
All
I
right.
don't
So
know.
humble, so humble.
All right. So what is your least favorite part then, Ivan?
Okay, it's teeth probably.
So your
It's kind of generic,
so your main gripes are about the like the design itself, not necessarily how it's rendered or anything like that.
Yeah. It's I like the vibe that kind of it reminds me of the classic movies I used to watch with cartoons.
Yeah.
You know, like
I can see that being a puppet.
big figured monsters. Big legs, arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanji Man in the chat says he's getting definite Rick Baker vibes from that. Rick, like
Yeah.
I know that's he's a special effects artist, right? He does a lot of makeup. He's been doing it for
Oh yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good makeup artist.
Did you take any inspiration from like any of his design work?
No, that's the problem. I tried to look up on different references on Pinterest or whatever, and everything I found is just posters of random things, like the Thing
Mhm.
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, that's it. Probably was my first idea. Like the Santa Claus is gonna be in connection to this thing. It's smart. No, actually, I haven't seen anything good on the internet for myself, so I just went from my memories probably I went for the gut basically. So yeah,
For the what?
Guts.
I went for the gut for the design itself.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think that's always best, dude. To be honest.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I love all the action. Everything's moving. The Christmas tree is falling over. The portal in the background. Just a lot of motion in there.
yeah,
Yeah,
A lot
for
of
sure.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the Christmas tree is also giant, coming out of this giant fireplace. That's like 10 stories high, like very dreamlike.
well the fireplace was in the idea is that fireplace is actually small. It gets bigger when the thing appears.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of magical, like gets all the sucks in
You,
the
you,
baby.
you know what would be cool to see would be to like if you had some like presents in the foreground, right? And then you got like little presents like
I had some on the separate layer, but they looked like shit because there's perspective issues always.
well if not that, then like maybe some bits of presents getting spiraled away in the background. That I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, actually, I have the kid's mom sketch. Like she's trying to reach him out, like
Yeah. That's not
and grab him.
yeah.
But I didn't want to. I didn't want her to get in the way of the design, so kill her.
Mm.
Mhm.
I hate it. I hate moms.
I hate moms.
Well, right on, man.
Uh,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Good
thanks.
good piece. Good piece.
Thanks.
Let's move on, guys. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
let's please.
You're
Good
up
work.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
great. Good
It's
job, man.
yeah, it's good, man. Like quit being so fucking self-deprecating. Especially like when you share your shit, Like everything's not going to be perfect. Like from an artist
Yeah.
perspective, like you're like it's just kind of part of like where you are right now, not where like what you are now. Like I don't know. I don't know if that's the
I
way.
am
You're amazing.
I am something.
You're an amazing Russian guy. I love you.
You're
Anyway,
fabulous.
fabulous.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Amir. Let's see some stuff. Yeah.
You got it. Alrighty. So my Krampus started with a bunch of thumbnail sketches. The idea was, let me open up my ref board real quick. Okay, so the idea was I wanted him to have
Could you
like
could you maximize your or I got a little bit of Ivan in the background, a little bit of yeah.
all right, is that
There we
better?
go. That's way better. Yeah, thank you.
All right, cool. So right, my original idea was that I wanted to show Krampus with really long arms because I think there was this scene from a movie that I watched a clip of. I didn't even watch the whole movie. And in that movie, there was this kid uh, running for the door in his bedroom, like running away from this monster under the bed. And the monster under the bed, its hand reaches out slowly, but the kid's on the other side of the room and he's trying to open the door to get out. And when he does, you think like, oh, he's safe because the monster's on the other side of the room under the bed. How is he going to get him? And the arm stretches out like really far, all the way across the bedroom, and grabs the kid by the ankle. And the kid eventually kicks it off. But I saw that clip a year ago, and it even scared me. So I wanted to kind of capture that in this piece. I don't think I did a good job, but I think I ended up with a pretty cool design regardless. So I took the design kind of here. Like, how do I show Krampus with really long arms? Like, maybe he walks on them, and you have him in an upshot. And I have like all these crying kids here that I didn't get to draw in the final, which is sad. Even the
That's
parents are crying.
terrifying.
Thanks.
I want to punch this baby so bad.
Which one? Which one?
The crying one.
This one? You want to
Just stop crying, you filth.
stop crying, please?
You dirt.
This one with the mohawk just being obnoxious. But yeah, so anyway, I had the kids like chained up to Krampus. One's getting dragged, one's hanging. Ended up having too much perspective issues and compositional issues to go for this one. So maybe I thought, hey, maybe he's on top of the house, just tying the kids up with Christmas lights.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a cool
That
idea.
would.
I like it.
Yeah, I figured I'd show you guys all the good ideas before I stripped them all away, because I actually did a lot of good work for this.
Yeah,
and it ended up being.
Yeah, that's a really cool concept, dude. Yeah, that's way fun.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But you didn't go with this one.
That's how you kill him.
What?
Yeah, that reminds me.
Is
I
it
gotta
that
show you
fire?
What?
That's actually that's what I don't like about the movie.
I like that one. That's fun. That design right there.
Thanks. Yeah, I wanted to make it like super metal and goat-like. I ended up keeping it goat-like. But yeah, kids getting tied up. I ended up not going with this because, again, perspective issues, composition issues, blah, 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 blah. So maybe he's just on top. The kids are hanging from the rafters, crying, and he's screaming into the wind. Let's just get a good, yeah.
Yeah, imagine those
Shut up.
noises. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also an awesome comp, dude.
Thanks. It was so rough, man. All of it was just not speaking to me.
His son speaks to me a lot.
I don't know, dude.
Cool. It looks like a moose.
All right,
Thanks.
quit teasing.
It just
I'm still going. So maybe I thought, okay, we're inside, and he's
Ooh.
outside in the backyard, and you don't actually get to see how long his arms are. You know,
Spooky.
like then you got the little kid crying up here. I was thinking maybe this kid would be crying, and he's just, you know. But again, just something about it.
Yeah,
It because this one, I wouldn't be able to light him right. You know.
well, that comp's a little flat though too. Like you have like all the lines going with like the like the shape of the canvas and whatnot.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I like the I like if we just change the angle just a little bit, it would totally work.
Thanks.
Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Cozy Christmas.
or even like I don't know, change the the angle of the fireplace or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a weird shaped fireplace just to make it a little bit more, you know, 3D or whatever. But anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem. The more the merrier. Keep it going. Um, but yeah, I mean, maybe if I like had the perspective, kind of like showing the back of the room and having Krampus kind of in the like in the background, outside, like really far, and then having the kid really up close to the camera might have been cool. But again, yeah, didn't speak to me, so I ended up going with this one.
Ooh,
There
that's
you go.
Yeah,
nice.
Now we're fucking talking.
That's nice.
Yep,
thanks.
yep.
Yeah. Hmm?
Yeah, that's really cool, dude. It's kind of it's like that other one you had with the kids on the roof, very similar to that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I ended up taking that and then just slimming it down so that we can just, because I really, really wanted to draw crying children. But but you know what? I had to scrap it because I'm like, every time I tried to show how long his arms are, plus crying kids, plus the design of the character and what the character is supposed to be, it was always just too much, too much. And all I wanted to show was how long, because his arms, they're not even just long, like naturally. He can just grow his arms, you know, like if you think that you're far enough from him, it just grows and it gets you anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I just wanted to show that off, just how long, and his arms can get to the whole size of the entire house, like as you can see here. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to get through to this, or with this concept.
Yeah, I think
that's a cool design.
yeah, I dig it, man. I think if you wanted to push him doing a like the stretchy arm thing, you could have him like kind of like crunched over like something like maybe coming over some kind of obstacle with like one arm just like obscenely kind of stretching. Maybe it's like ripping and stuff as it's going, like just to like tune up the horror factor. Like there's like skin that's kind of I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Like he's trying to come over an obstacle. I can see it in my head, but in my head I still can't show off the design. But I could show off the concept because his elbow could be just like really high up on the picture, and he's like coming over an obstacle. And you'd see like a lot of tearing around the elbow, and it's just like pushing up. Yeah, no, I like that idea.
Mhm.
That idea is cool.
Maybe some less symmetry in the arms, as if one would go much further.
Mm,
Ah,
yeah.
I just think it'd be kind of cool to see. You did great though. That one's a very dramatic. Like that would get me to rent a movie and probably like it a lot more than the horse shit I watched.
Why, thank you.
I'd buy this if this was a heavy metal Christmas album. Fucking there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'd love to do album art one day, man. That's like a dream of mine for sure. I love metal.
You can put a, you know what you could do next time? Like you can put a crying baby face on the edge of the painting on the bottom,
Oh
like
yeah, like
looking up, like
Just like that.
yeah, like trying to
Just
get
like
away.
that.
yeah. You just cut it out and put it there, like boom.
Yeah,
Fucking simple.
or frame it and
Ah,
just frame it
Goodbye,
in
baby.
crying baby faces.
Goodbye.
yeah, yeah. Just have it like line the border. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Oh,
So, so-
that would be dope. I gotta make a border for this now.
yeah,
Explicit content.
yeah.
Yep.
So,
Oh, I love that.
so Amir, what's your favorite part
Parental
about the?
advisory.
Shut up, Ivan. I'm talking. What's your favorite part about the piece?
Um, I for this piece, I focused on having a clean, straightforward idea, and that's why all the other ones kind of fell by the wayside. While this kind of thumb really spoke to me because I wanted to really work on just cleanly elucidating a concept and nailing that. So all my shapes are a lot more clean and exaggerated than I normally do, and I also wanted to get this done quicker. And yeah, another favorite part is that this one only took me a week instead of the whole time I generally take.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
That
so
was
yeah,
really
readability, the contrast, exaggerated shapes, and definitely a lot quicker. Hmm.
Right on. No, I could see that. Still, yeah. Now, like, what do you think? What do you think you fell short on? Like, what would you,
Mm,
what would you like to improve that didn't? Like, what do you dislike about the piece?
mm. The worst thing about this piece is, in my opinion, the conflicting focal points. I thought for the majority of painting this that it would be a good idea to have this top part be a focal point, obviously because of the face, and the hands be a focal point. But with all these white shapes, with the snow and the house going on, all of my elements are competing
mm.
for attention, and it's not really just like look here or look here. It's like, well, what do I look at?
No, I don't think so.
So that's my.
It's not as bad as you think. It's nice to follow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The framing of Krampus himself, like with the star above the roof, like my eyes go there immediately, and then kind of, you know,
The
start.
porch light behind the hands. That's great.
mm,
I think the only thing that like I could say to like is that the shadows on Krampus himself are darker than the ones on the house, so he pops a little bit much.
hmm
Like he's not he isn't he's tied less to the scene because of that for me. But yeah, dude.
hmm
Overall, like the like good piece, man. Really dig it.
Thanks.
Mm.
I appreciate it. I think it's a step forward. It's still for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like getting
Is
faster
that a
and
bag on his back?
what's that?
Is that a bag on his back? Or is that
No,
like a-
it's a giant, like it's a monstrous haunch because I've been doing that lately. His like spine is coming out of his
Yeah.
fur.
Oh,
Oh.
So
Oh wow.
yeah,
oh, I get it. All right.
that's kind of what I was going for. Yeah, just nice, clean rendering. I didn't want to go too deep into any one element. I just wanted to like show the whole concept cleanly. Mm.
Yeah, well, nice work, man.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I like the 2 focal points. I was going to point that out earlier.
Oh, what were you going to point out earlier? I'm sorry, you cut out.
But I like the 2 focal points with the hands and the head because I don't think they compete. I feel I look at the head first and then the hands, and it kind of pulls it together.
Ha! Yes, that's what I was going for. Yeah, I was getting so much crit about it, and everybody was hating on it. But okay, thanks. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Totally.
Yeah,
thanks.
you got the big small thing going too. Like, you know, like your eyes are gonna go to the big bright thing first, and then the little bright thing next, and you have those framed accordingly within the scene too. So,
Hmm,
right?
thank you.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, man.
that was the point. It was just kind of like very academic, straightforward. But people were saying that it was a little competing. But all right, cool. I'm glad to hear that it's not that bad. All right.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
You silly man, you. All right, David, you've been hiding and having
Yes.
tech. You've been hiding and having technical issues and all that kinds of fun. Um, let's share yours and talk about it. And you can tell us about the design and all the good stuff. So I will share my screen because
Okay. Should I do a quick introduction first?
yeah, well I introduced you earlier, but
Yeah.
let's introduce you. Let's have you introduce yourself
Okay, cool.
and yeah. So David, please introduce yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make it quick. See, I've been a video game artist for about 23 years. Worked at Blizzard, EA. Worked with Sideshow. Worked with Wizards of the Coast. Um, and but yeah, I've done a little bit of everything, but I'm focusing on concept, as much as I can, when I can. So on this, I was going. So it's a little significant to me because I'm trying to I work on the side. With some friends, we work on virtual reality films, and we're doing one on Krampus this year, if we can get it, fully funded. And we're filming it in an actual haunted house. I don't know if you guys have seen City of Lost Children.
Mm-mm.
I have.
Um, there's
I think
it
I've
opens.
seen.
It's my favorite
Yeah.
film, but one of my favorites. But it opens with a horror scene with Santa Claus, where a Santa Claus comes down the chimney, and then a second, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth are coming from all directions and surrounding this kid crying in his crib, and all the Santas are creepy, and like they start looking as they start filling the scene, and it gets really claustrophobic. So we're doing something similar with Krampuses, filling a house like a whole bunch of them. So the idea was I was making a sort of a like as if Krampuses are a race, and this is the Krampus overlord. So he kind of creates them. I didn't give myself enough time to color it or do do the full body, but he comes out of a volcano and creates the Krampuses. Those bird type creatures are they move him around like they're just extensions of him
Oh, that's a
and
sweet
move him
idea,
from one
dude.
place to another. And he's just surrounded by uh, his little creations.
Yeah,
That's so awesome.
that's a, I really really like that bird idea. There's just a bunch of birds like flocking, you know, in a big flock above him, moving that giant head around. Now,
Yeah, and all the Krampuses he's holding are the ones you guys designed.
okay, I dig.
Oh,
Oh, where's
I just
mine?
couldn't get to see them first.
Which one's mine? Which one's mine? I want this.
Pick
I want
one.
I want this one to be mine. This is mine. Showing some booty. Oh no, that's the front. Here's his tail right here. I can see it. Yeah, that's cool.
That's a wild idea, man, to incorporate our stuff into a into a design. That's wild.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, for just for my own fun, I just went really ethereal and conceptual with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's awesome.
The sky's the limit. You're not bounded by any. Uh, like you could do absolutely anything. I like the idea that you made a Krampus overlord, and the fact that he's like utterly huge, and
Yeah.
the birds are my favorite actually. That's a cool idea. Now,
Thanks.
does he talk? Does he growl? Like what's like does this mountain appear? Is it a place? Like tell me about like kind
What?
of
Yeah, I imagine there's a Krampus planet. I don't know if they come through portals or how they get there. Maybe portals are good. Chimney portals. I don't know. But I imagine that whatever language they speak, it might not even be like it might not be audible, but whatever it is emanates from that orb between his head and jaw.
All right, you Krampus is go get those kids.
Yeah, that's totally what he sounds like, but like, well, but like echoey, you know. I like what you did with the fingers here. They're how they're all individual hands. That's pretty cool. What was your reasoning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was your reasoning behind that
you know what?
that
There
choice?
wasn't really, well. It makes him feel bigger. I just like that idea. I try to stick. There's just stuff I like to do, and I'll stick it in when I get the chance. But a lot of times I don't get the chance. So I thought, well, I started doing nails, and I was like, that's. I need to make them a little more, not as, human, but not human.
Hmm.
But I love the idea of the hands can work as arms because they have hands on the end of them as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. Very metal.
Yeah, pretty metal. What do you have going on right here? What's this?
Oh, I was just stringing braids out of his beard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. That's cool. So he has like a giant beard coming off of his like teeth gums.
Yeah, it's all intermixed with his teeth and gums and chest.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a cool
cool.
concept.
Yeah, you should render it out, like eventually if you want, of course, but it'd be cool to see all
Yeah, I looked at.
the fiery Krampus mountain with demons and stuff in them, or other Krampus demons
Oh yeah, yeah.
all over them.
One element I liked was it also used an excuse to do a bunch of things I wanted to do. I've been wanting to do is like make horns coming out of the eyes that wrap around the skull.
Mhm.
But I gave him too much of like one thing I didn't like was I gave it too much of like a Diablo horn shape, but I couldn't make anything else work with that. So I'd like to play with that more.
Yeah, you were saying before, like when we first met up, that you actually did the cover for, or you did the model for the cover for Diablo 1, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that was one of my very first published things was I made Diablo's head and end up on the cover and in the cinematics.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Yeah, that's awesome,
What's a
dude.
Diablo?
I didn't design Diablo himself. I just but I got to work on him.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's way
That's
cool.
awesome, dude.
And David, what would you say your least favorite element of the piece is?
Well, I guess
Or what do you think? Like aside from
there's
the
there's
aside from the
there's more
horns,
things I want to.
go on.
Well, there's more things I want to do with the horns. I wanted to make it a little more complex to make them feel bigger. Get a little wavier with it, get a little more uh, um, and a more interesting, unique shape. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I could see like if you wanted considering like how big this guy is, like and if you wanted to push further the who the hell's typing like a yeah, if you wanted to push further the birds and stuff, I could see these horns like spreading out like way big, like maybe like turning into each other and like just
Yeah.
and then and
Yeah.
they just go up into the clouds, and then there's like just all these birds keeping the head up. That, but yeah,
Yeah, that would be rad. I almost wanted to cross them over like an X. I could extend them up and then cross them over and fade them off into the sky.
yeah, no, yeah, for sure. But yeah, render it out. I want to see it. I'm ready.
Like,
So what?
um,
That's cool.
I
Well,
could, I
sure.
could tell you real fast if you want an interesting story about the Diablo head.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Okay. So, well, my office mate insisted on getting something really good for it and task. He was a little more experienced. I was brand new, and he didn't like me because I was so young. And I asked him if I could do the head because he was having a hard time. I wasn't tasked with it. He told me I could do it, but he was trying to get me in trouble for doing the wrong thing. But when the art directors didn't like his, and then I brought mine up and I go, what about this? And they chose mine over his, and then he had to put it on his body. I eventually had to even remodel the body, but
Oh
he tried to
man,
get me in trouble. Actually, I was too young to know what was actually going on, but
you, you just
it worked out.
you just gave him a tea bag at work. That's what happened right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
that that's terrifying.
That's hilarious. Yeah, fuck
Oh,
yeah, fuck him up. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, right on, man. Cool piece. Really like the concept.
Yeah.
Let's see that bitch rendered eventually. Love to see it. Um,
Hell yeah.
I, s- I suppose we'll move on to me since we're on my screen. Um, yeah. So,
Yeah, sure.
it like in the future we should probably introduce herself, like because there is a master list below the video of all the artists that are part of the show. So if you actually wanted to see um, like the artists on the show other work while you're watching or whatever, you could do that. So we should probably introduce ourselves before each 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 thingy
Yeah. All right.
before we expose ourselves. But anyway, here's mine.
yo!
What's up with that snowflake, dude?
So
Well,
here's mine. I've been screwing around with some other methods with like painting, incorporating a little bit of 3D with like the base and then painting over it. Um, I initially started this with, oh man, I don't have it open. It's awkward to open, but just some scribbles. Let me see if I
Mhm.
got it. Just some scribbles to kind of figure out the design. Once I figure out the head part, like what I was gonna do with the head, I kind of like the idea of giving him like a snowflake kind of like crown motif, and then
That's
just
cool.
kind of design Krampus around that. I had this staff here initially as just like one hook, but then I added two because it's a little bit reindeer-y, and there's an Easter egg in here, and uh, there's a we got a kid in the bag. What else we got? Uh, it's not an Easter egg if I share it, huh? And yeah, this is my Krampus. That's what I did. Well,
That's cool. I'm getting your Diablo redesign vibes from the horns. It
yeah,
looks like you wanted to do stage 2 of those horns.
I think so. Yeah, like for my Diablo redesign, my head wasn't in the right spot. And I didn't go as far as I normally would with my design choices. So this one, I spent a little bit more. I spent 2 full days working on it, and
2 full days.
like long days, like two tenors. and and
You're so quick, dude.
and this is where this no, we need to get it down to a day. Then you can call me quick. But yeah.
All right, bet.
I love the weaving mask and the horns.
Oh,
That
thanks.
what you do with the top horns is actually what I would have liked to done with the, that those type of shapes with my horns.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate
Mhm.
it. Um, yeah, thanks. My
Love the
favorite,
weaving in there.
uh, my favorite part. Uh, I don't know, because I was working on this last night, last minute to get it done, and I think it's a little bit too fresh off the eyes to be like, oh, I really like this. But I suppose if I had to call it something, I guess I like this mask that he's got going on. Uh,
Mhm.
Yeah, that is cool.
and then my least favorite part. Uh, I need to know more about clothing a little bit more. Like I kind of gave him like a robe slash like a loincloth type thing, and I don't know about like clothing design very much. I probably could push that kind of stuff a little further in the future. I think maybe. So yeah,
Mhm.
but and I
Uh,
don't.
I always,
What's that?
I always hate that. when I try to design something and it falls like that. Yeah, I wish I knew more about clothes, fashion.
Well, that's a
Fashion
that's
battle.
that's part of the design, right? Like if you're designing something and
Yeah.
someone's wearing something, it shouldn't just be like a robe every time. You know what I mean? Like there should be like some
Mhm.
other stuff happening. You know, like I don't know.
Or like just turn it into ice. That's cool.
Turn into what?
Ice and rock. That's what I usually do.
You go rock. Nice. We got a little
Yeah.
ice in there. Is it is the kid?
If to me, I'm sorry.
Oh, go on, Dave.
I was just saying that it feels like it needs an owl in there somewhere, in the trees or on his shoulder or something.
Oh, I could see that. That'd be a nice touch. Or even like on his. No, that'd be a little distracting if it was on his horn right here. But or on the end of his on the end of his on the end of his staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the spot.
Crying baby's face.
An owl with a baby's head.
Crying.
Cool.
Oh, going back to the chat a sec. What does it say? Adrian Blom said earlier that Dave, you're the who is this guy? He says you're basically the Ethan Van Sciver of video games. Who's that? I don't get the reference. Anybody get the reference?
Okay, no.
I don't know either.
Oh, Adrian.
Kanji says he likes the gold mask. Yeah, me too. Thanks, man. But yeah, that's my Krampus. Anybody got any critiques or any other things you want to throw at me?
I really liked how you exercised restraint with the background so it wouldn't compete with the design. That's a good, quick way to get your picture to read. I like that. Good job.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I initially dropped in some photos and mashed them all together, and then obviously that creates a lot of noise and stuff. So you know, just started painting all that away, making it a little darker, and so he could pop a little bit more.
Yeah, and he does. It looks good. That's something I got to learn how to do.
I like it a lot. It's obviously I'm gonna fall back on saying it's very heavy metal. It's very cool. I like there's some bells. It's a really cool robe for what it is. I fucking strut around in that thing all the time. Get all kinds of Christmas pussy. And I like the horns. It seems a little bit, boy, that'd be good on Diablo. But that mask is so sharp and cool. I wouldn't have thought of incorporating a snowflake in the design, except for the fact that I totally did. But, no, I'm just kidding. But I think it seems kind of hokey if you just said it, but that looks good. He doesn't look like the Goat Man demon. He's got a cool mask. It's really Yule-y.
Yeah, I tried to stay with like not creepy colors too, to see if I could try, like, I don't know, see if I could go against the challenge of having kind of something scary with vibrant, kind of cheery colors going on, I guess. Like he's
Still
wearing
really cold though.
what's that?
It's still really cold.
Well, yeah, of
But
course. It's got to be.
right.
It's fucking snowy, dog. It's gotta be cold.
Yeah, I know. Come
Yeah,
die, you prick.
that's cool. The color choices you made kind of places this Krampus more in a Guillermo del Toro flick,
Yeah.
kind of like realistic, gritty fantasy sort of deal. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, I could see
Yeah.
that for sure. Yeah, he has a certain aesthetic that he has with his like editing. It seems he keeps like certain like blues and stuff going on with his films. Has kind of like a
Mhm.
muted palette or whatever.
Can you zoom in on the bag?
What's that?
Can you zoom in on the bag again?
Sure.
I like how you took care to even like redesign the bag. That's cool. The rings and everything.
Mm.
Well,
It looks like it would work as well.
yeah, thanks, man. I didn't know what the fuck to do with the bag, to be honest. Like I had it there as like a burlap sack at first, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't it. That's not cutting it. This got a little more festive, so I added the red lines on it, like the red leather, like, uh,
Mhm.
and then the hooks on, or the rings on here. So if you wanted to like cinch it up with the rest of the rope, kind of made sense. But yeah,
Yeah, very functional.
yeah,
And the red lines kind of like are like a wireframe, and give you the shape of everything. They
yeah,
reinforce it.
yeah. So it was kind of just floating there like a rock before, and it needed a little bit of something, I think. So, but thanks,
The
man.
texture's cool too.
Mhm.
But that is my design. Luke, do you got a surprise or
Yeah,
what?
but yeah, should we wrap this up? I was talking earlier. I wanted to show you about my first draft. And I did, like I told you, I did like 6 of these things and didn't like. So I figured might as well show you guys. I'm not real proud
Oh,
of it, but I think it came out pretty awesome. So
we
and
got a.
what I did was, pretty original stuff. You know,
Oh, thank you. What? That looks dope. You stole my IP.
Feel
Uh,
that, baby.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Babies.
You get the. Well, I mean, what can I tell you? Here, I've ripped off everybody's ideas while they've been talking and showing them. So, for David, I couldn't figure out a way to get that in there, so he's just the big Krampus lord in the background, like Godzilla. You know,
so cool.
but I did totally think of an owl.
yeah, that was
Uh,
that was totally your idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
Luke whipped this out while we're all talking. That's hilarious, dude.
wow, that's so cool.
That's like Baby Yoda.
that's just really stupid.
But it's
Nah,
totally
this was
not,
the
dude.
post.
Yeah, it's totally
It's
not
so
stupid.
good.
Yeah, dude, it's totally not stupid.
Okay, our powers combined.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is the Giga Krampus.
Yeah.
That's,
There you have it.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, right on,
What can I
guys.
tell you?
In the comments, people,
What's that?
What can I tell you about it? I like everything. I hate everything, especially
Yeah.
Krampus.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. To be honest, I think you should just like keep going on it. Like
You know I will.
it's like a strong comp, and like it works, dude. Like that's cool.
Mhm. Yeah, it's so cool.
Really a Mears comp.
Hold that! Stole my IP!
All right, so you guys, I think that wraps us up for today. Typically, it's a little bit longer. We got another artist happening, but they didn't show, so we got five, so we're a little short. Um, Next up, we're gonna be doing Beetlejuice, and we will be doing that.
Ugh.
Yeah, we'll be doing that on uh, the 30th of this month. So we're gonna see you fuckers there. Anything you guys wanna? Any of you guys have any projects you want to plug before we close the show?
Fun.
I got two things to plug this week.
Let's hear it.
So, I work at Hitbox, as you guys know. So, as always, I just want to plug that new controller we made, the Cross Up. It's a stick and a hitbox, and it's one of the most broken things you can play on. It's really, really good. So if you're into fighting games and you want to up your game, get a hitbox. It's just a really efficient way to play. The second thing I wanted to plug uh, was my buddy's streaming channel. He's coming back into streaming. He wants to do it a lot more often. And I used to play video games with this guy. We'd go to like video game tournaments back in the day, and the meme was, how do you know that Leo's at a tournament? You would think it's because of his rep, but it's actually because he's like really loud. So naturally now he's doing streaming. So if you like video games, if you like watching just cool guy play a game. Check out Leo for the Win on Twitch.com.
What
That is my plug.
Leo 4, like the number, or
No, all words.
okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, Leo for the Win.
Right on.
hmm
Anybody else?
I'm gonna plug my tattoos. Everybody just come to Iowa and get a damn tattoo. I love doing it. I put a fucking owl on you. I put a fucking lion with a crown on it for you. Oh, you got kids? Get those fuckers' names on you because I fucking love doing it. You come on
Like,
in
they
Iowa,
don't deserve
put a
tattoo.
fucking arrow with the word believe
It
in it on your
sucks.
fucking collarbone. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays.
Well, right on, guys.
I have two things.
Okay, Dave, do it.
On Instagram, vkult.vr, vkult.vr. It's a virtual reality film we're doing, live action. And then also, I just finished a book. It's called Art Block Book, Visual Dialects, and it's just a way for artists to get out of ruts or get out of art block. I don't. I wish I could show it, but it's in a way that I don't think anybody's done before. So it's kind of a new concept. And then also,
Where can-
and I think in the comments, people should vote for which one they think is the most metal of
Oh.
of
Oh.
everybody.
of everybody's Krampus. Yeah, that's a good idea, David. We gotta get you on here as a co-host, man. Yeah, if that's a fantastic idea. If you guys want to vote on which one's the most, whose Krampus was the most metal, let's hear it in the comments. That's a fantastic idea. Thanks, Dave. So where do we
Can't
get
vote because one of mine's in there.
what's that?
I can't vote because one of mine's in there, and it's usually the criteria I go with.
Well, you technically got two in there, man. You got two.
Uh,
You got the Avatar too, or whatever, Captain Planet. You got the Captain Planet of Krampuses.
he's got 3. He also sketched in the beginning. This guy's
Yeah.
just pumping stuff out.
Yeah, you're a maniac. So David, where can people get your art block book?
People can find me on Facebook, but I'm in the process of creating an Etsy to put a bunch of stuff I'm making. But the Etsy will be DJP creates or create. So yeah, that's just working on that right now.
Okay, so right now they can't purchase your book somewhere, or they can't.
Only directly through me. I haven't put it out in the stores yet or
Okay,
anything.
okay, got it. All right, cool. Well, thanks, David. All right, I think that's a wrap. I got nothing special to throw at you. So thanks everybody for coming, and hopefully we see you all next time. Bye bye.
Better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out.
Well, I do hope you've enjoyed the show. Join us next time, won't you? Only on